Well, I got a new card. What's up guys, Luke here from Luke's Points and Miles. Today I'm going to be talking about why I got a new credit card, even though I said at least a couple times that I wasn't going to be applying for any new cards in the fourth quarter of 2024. See, I'm sitting at over 20 hard inquiries, so I'm really trying to relax applications, and I don't want any new accounts because I'd like to get under Chase 524 one day for the first time in years, and maybe acquire a Chase card or two. Today, I'll quickly go over the card I got, and I'll explain why it was a great move for me, and then I'll talk about how I'm going to use it. Hopefully there are some good point stacking tips in this one for you. Before I do that, welcome back to the channel, and if you are new here, I talk about credit cards, points, miles, cashback, and travel. If that's something you might be interested in, consider becoming a subscriber. I'm pretty straightforward with my videos and my experiences, and I release consistent content. If you get any value at all from this particular video, slap that like button for me, and with all that out of the way, let's get into it. So, some background. I have a ton of credit cards. Lately, I've been applying less often, and I've been trimming the fat and closing some accounts with annual fees to make things a little simpler and a little less expensive. But there are some points and miles currencies that I can really never have enough of. And the two miles currencies that I will use and get extremely good value from are airline miles from Alaska and American Airlines. I recently stated that right now I would trade all my points and miles in exchange for miles in those two currencies simply because they offer me so much opportunity. But it is worth noting that all my travel was already booked for the next 11 months or so. So I'm not exactly planning anything at the moment. While researching for a different video, I came across this limited time offer with Citi for the Advantage Business World Elite MasterCard. The offer wasn't mind-blowing, but it was 75,000 American Airlines miles, which I thought was really interesting. And then I saw that the $99 annual fee was waived in the first year. So I immediately thought two things. I can't ever have enough American Airlines miles, and this could be a free one and done card. Oh, and the holidays are coming up, so there might be some elevated spending to be taken advantage of. This is a business card and it won't report to my credit, so there's no issue with my 524 status. So the only thing I have to worry about is yet another hard pull. I also thought that I would likely not even be approved, but I also thought it was worth a shot due to the limited time offer. And you guys know my style is risk it for the biscuit. So I shot my shot. I was instantly approved, which is kind of rare for me with Citi, and I even got a healthy $16,000 credit limit. Let's quickly go over the card. This won't exactly be a super in-depth review, but I'll cover the basics. The card is not much of an earner at 2 times on American Airlines purchases, telecommunications services, cable, gas stations, and rental cars. Now, is this going to be my card for any of those categories? No. I can do way better than 2 times on each of these categories. My main interest is just the bonus. So let's talk a little more about that bonus. The American Airlines cards with Citi are churnable in a sense. You can get the bonus on these more than once. You can receive a sign-up bonus every 48 months, and it just so happens I have gotten the bonus on this card before, back in June of 2020. So I was ready for another bonus. I also want to add for you folks that Citi will lots of times offer retention offers when the annual fee does hit. I've talked about it before, but the bonuses are generally smaller, but mostly cover the fee. They will even offer a retention bonus on cards that don't have an annual fee. Bad news is you have to call them, but the good news is one phone call can be made for all your Citi cards at one time. Now, I know this might spark some calls to Citi, so if you guys do call them, please let us know your results in the comments below. So to finish off the card information, the card does have some minor benefits that sort of mimic lower end status, such as your first checked bag is free, you get preferred boarding, and you get 25% off in-flight purchases, and this card has no foreign transaction fees. So pretty simple, right? If you fly American Airlines, it's not a bad pickup, even if it is just for the bonus. Speaking of this bonus, let's talk about what we can get with 75,000 American Airlines miles. I did a quick search of a few different options just for some examples, and the first thing I found was my home airport of Columbus, Ohio to Miami on a direct flight for only 7,000 AA miles each way. Pretty cool. Leaving dark and gloomy Ohio in the winter and being in South Florida in a couple hours for only 7,000 miles is one of my favorite redemptions. But if you're looking for something a little more adventurous, how about Dallas to Tokyo on Japan Airlines for only 60,000 in business class? Yes, you can fly an Asian business class product to Japan for less than the bonus on this card that doesn't have an annual fee in the first year. I love American Airlines for my positioning flights too. How about 8,000 miles for a direct flight to Boston when I'm on my way to maybe Portugal? American Airlines is super versatile, and I can still find overseas flights from North America to Europe for 45,000 miles in business class. And yes, AA does not pass on crazy fees on those flights. So since the card does not earn well in a traditional sense, how can I stack a bunch of AA miles? Well, that's the cool part about this program. AA has a shopping portal. It's a lot like Rakuten and like, well, every other airline. Examples include maybe earning 12 times on purchases from Nike or Adidas. There are endless merchants and opportunities here, and these types of earnings can quickly earn you American Airlines status. I have videos on how to earn AA status, and I'll link one of those in the description, but that one might be due for a refresh soon. Check out a program called Simply Miles, where you can link your card to the program, and when you make purchases with select merchants, you'll also earn a lot more American Airlines miles. And yes, Simply Miles and the AA shopping portal do stack, making it possible to earn tons of airline miles and work your way to status even if you're not flying. Last tip is to link your cards to the AA dining program. Just takes a moment and you earn American Airlines miles when you dine at participating restaurants. So if you want to look up all the restaurants in your area and just plan your date nights, hey, kind of extreme, but this is the game we're in. Citi has 2 more personal American Airlines cards if you're interested. Getting the personal cards might not be in your strategy, but I can give you one more tip. If you want the personal cards just for the bonuses, you can apply for the card, get the bonus, and after you've had the card for a year, you can product change with Citi across family lines. Example, you can get the American Airlines personal credit card from Citi, earn the bonus, and after holding it for a year, when the annual fee hits, you can change that card to a Citi Custom Cash, which doesn't have an annual fee. Pretty sweet move if you ask me. Now let's bring up some possible issues. Not everyone lives in an area where American is the best option to fly. For instance, if you live near a United or a Delta hub, this might not be so valuable. Also, you might not want to spend a 524 slot on a personal airline card, and that's understandable. However, for those of you way over 524, or you're deeper in the game and you have a lot less bonuses to hit, this is an easy one to grab every 48 months. And there being 3 cards, you could space that out for an American Airlines bonus every 16 months or so. AA miles are really valuable, and as I've showed in the examples, they're great for domestic economy and international business class. Well, that's it for me today, guys. If you want more information on credit cards, I will leave my super cool organized card link in the description below. Using my link absolutely supports the channel, and if you have stayed all the way to the end, I appreciate you, and I want to thank every single one of you.